What am I doing here all alone? I got things that I gotta do. Waiting for my friends to come along. I don't mean to sound so long.
What up, what up, what up? What am I doing here all alone? What am I doing here all alone? Here I am. It's Savage. This is the Salty and Savage show, but not a real episode. Not a real episode, not official episode of Salty and Savage. It's like episode 37.5 because Salty couldn't make it tonight. Yeah, he had emergency surgery in the studio. No, he had prior engagements. Things happened, and as things do in our lives, and he said, you know what, we're going to come back hard into the paint next week. It's tough because we were really prepared for this week as well. We love to come with a at least semi-prepared show for you guys, but pinky's up, excuse me. But last week, so as we were doing the show last week, an absolute icon, Val Kilmer, passed away. And it wasn't until we ended the stream and I picked up my phone. I think I maybe took 5 steps away from the streaming palace in here. I maybe took 5 steps away, and boom, it came in on the phone, and I was crushed and not super surprised, having worked in entertainment news. You know, I saw the progression of his disease and whatnot, and he was a fucking fighter. But it was huge. It was crushing news, and we were going to do a massive what's going on in the chat? What up, Campbell? He's taking another 6 months off. God, you're hilarious. What up? Oh, what up, asshole? I love it. Yeah, 6 months off. But the loss of an icon like that, like, it hits you, it hit me kind of like, it was one of those that I didn't know how, you don't know how you would react until you hear it. It was kind of how the level of like Robin Williams was for me. Like, it was just like, boom, oh my gosh, like, this guy was so iconic and was a part of so many things that I related to and thought were so incredible. And so RIP to Val Kilmer. We were going to come in with a huge Val show, but I imagine maybe we'll just save it for next week because Salty is a massive Val Kilmer fan as well. How could you not be? If you aren't, then you shouldn't even be watching this show. Let's crush it. So got my brewski here. Just having a little bit of Midwestern brewski with you guys in my little rad pad here. I got a wild fucking hair. Do you see that? So yeah, so Val Kilmer. But what I wanted to do, I mean, we had top fives and all sorts of ideas. But what I wanted to do was at least just give a nod to one of my favorites, if not one of my favorites, if not maybe the best, maybe not the best. But Val Kilmer's his first film was a complete satire, shit show, crazy spoof film called Top Secret. And if you've seen it, nothing compared about hearing the Abbott brothers. Man, it was Wallace and Gromit. Oh man, no wait. Abbott and Costello. Wait, excuse me. But his first film, he just came on the scene with just this swagger and this look. He was very much like the original Ryan Reynolds. Like he had that charisma and that charm and the ability to like turn around and be just like genuinely handsome, but just unbelievably witty and a little talking under his breath and sarcastic at the same time. He's fantastic. Oh well, yes, of course, Dimebag and Finny Paul. Geez Louise, of course. What am I doing? Why do I not remember their last names? Norm Macdonald was a gut punch for shizzle. Norm Macdonald was rough as well. As I just watched the 50th anniversary SNL, the many nods to Norm Macdonald once again hit pretty hard. But almost any song that Adam Sandler comes up with, Chris Farley's going to be in there and Norm Macdonald's going to be in there, and you're probably going to have that moment where you're just like, oh, these guys were such a part of my humor and growing up and whatnot. What up, New Adventures of Henry? Thank you much for being here as per usual. Love you guys. Thank you for coming to the Solo Savage stream. Again, Salty's not here. He had prior engagements. Things happen. Schedules changed, and it is what it is. But he's coming back with a fervor next week, and we're probably going to do some sort of like special Val Kilmer show. We're hoping. Excuse the heck out of me. So once again, welcome to the Salty and Savage Show. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, sprinkle. I mean, the 7 people that are watching are definitely already subscribed. But you know what the coolest thing about that is? That we're actually up to 250 subscribers. Woo! Choo choo! Yeah, baby, 250 subscribers. That sounds like some really weird, just like terrible, lowbrow stuff. But like. How many subscribers? 250? That's how many pieces of dust come out of my butt when I fart. No, but 200 is kind of like a He-Man jump to me. If you know your Hanna-Barbera or 80s sound effects anyway. All right, so 250 subscribers is huge. Thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it. Sleeping psychopathy is back. Look out. The New Adventures. I heard. Oh, here. What are we going? I heard China is no longer going to allow American films. How do we see that affecting Hollywood? It's supposed to be the action film to Avatar. I doubt that's going to happen. I mean, well, here's what you could do. I mean, immediately you're thinking, well, how are they going to go without our film? They already copy everything we do. There's no copyright over there. They don't recognize foreign copyright. They already copy everything we do. They steal all of our information and all of our tech and all of our stuff, and just they spend more money on the espionage and the getting the information instead of the hard work to, you know, get the scientists to do all the stuff. They're doing that at the same time, but they're saving so much money because they're stealing so much information, and they cut corners so easily and quickly because they have that information. So they'll copy films. Maybe they'll fundamentally use AI. They'll get some crazy AI to copy and, you know, just basically overlay the entire film. They'll redub it, and they can reskin it however they want because they're super racist. So, like, you know, let them totally continue to be racist in China. But it's actually a really interesting point. I didn't even think about that. I hadn't heard about that. But thank you so much for bringing that up. New Adventures of Henry. You don't want to hear about the old Adventures of Henry. He was a different guy. But so with a clip, what I was promising you is a clip of Val Kilmer's first film. It's actually going to be the trailer. We're going to go ahead and bring that up, and we're going to full screen that for you. But check this out. This is a pretty. I love this movie. This movie was unreal. This is one of those kind of like my mother and my family, we would always vacation at this particular lake, and there was an old video store, which ironically our family later ended up purchasing as kind of like retirement income. But there was an old video store that we would always rent the weirdest and wackiest movies from, and Top Secret was always on that list because it's weird and wacky, man. It's weird and wacky, but it's weird and wacky in all the right ways. So let me make sure to get my fancy fair use up here, because this is totally fair use. But check this out. This is the trailer for Top Secret, Val Kilmer's first film. Classic old trailer intro. Gotta love it. I hope there's audio.
Not
gonna get dinged at all. Not gonna get dinged at all whatsoever. Can't. No way. There's reasoning behind the cow, but you'll see.
She knows just what to do.
Look, I'm not the first guy who fell in love with a girl he met in a restaurant who then turned out to be the daughter of a kidnapped scientist, only to lose her to a childhood lover who she'd last seen on a deserted island and who turned out 15 years later to be the leader of the French underground.
I know it. It all sounds like some bad movie.
Got a girl named Daisy. She almost drives me crazy. Got a girl.
I mean, already this is his first film. You're like, dude.
Girl named Daisy. She almost drives me crazy. She rocked me to the east, she rocked me to the west, but she's the girl that I love best. So to the fruity, oh Rudy, 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 to the fruity.
Oh, the giant phone. Classic foreshortening. The great movie cinematic use of foreshortening. This is fantastic.
Oh Rudy, a walk babaloo bam a lot bamboo.
What's pretty incredible about that trailer is that you really don't know, like, you fundamentally have no, aside from that the monologue of a sentence that he said, you have no idea what the rest of the movie's about. But what's also hilarious is that he basically summed up what the whole movie was right in that quote. You got to see it if you get a chance. I couldn't find it on streaming. I have a copy on my computer because I'm a super special hoarder and was in college during the time of LimeWire and had a T1 line that was just open. It was just drawing in the freshest films from around the world. Sailing the seas, baby. That's how it was back then. It's not how it is anymore, but nonetheless, it may come to that. It may come to that. Don't make us do it. Don't make us do it. All right, so let's get fair use off the screen here. Old Benny. God, you got to love Benny down there, don't you? Okay, so again, Solo Savage here, just chilling, having a couple beers. Just a quick little tribute to Val Kilmer, but I feel like we're really going to get into it deep next week. Also, his second film, you got to see. His first two films are just off the charts. I think his second film is a real genius, and he absolutely carries that film. He is so good. Ryan Reynolds probably modeled his entire like youth and his entire like way of being after Val Kilmer in A Real Genius. Like, he's so good, he's so smart, he's so witty, but also like not serious, and it's just the ultimate kind of like young guy college kind of film, because it's like these advanced students, they're in like I think they're in like a university, like it's young kids that are at a university, and then there's also guys who've been there for like 12 years because they're still studying for whatever. But so shout out to Val Kilmer, really appreciate it, man. It was I saw him like live on a red carpet like once, but never ran into the guy when in Hollywood you run into a lot of people, strangely enough. I was just telling somebody the other day about running into what's his name, Mickey Dolan from the Monkees. He's just sitting at the bar, and you're like, whoa, my God, is that Mickey Dolan? Am I that old that I know who the Monkees are? So you got to be old. You got to, dude, for the win. I know that's what FTW stands for. You got to check it out. It's hilarious. You got to, maybe get to have a brewski, get a little high ski or something, whatever it is you do, and have some fun. Craziest celebrity encounter. The craziest celebrity encounter was something else. The craziest celebrity encounter was definitely it was in the bathroom, strangely enough. So I was in the bathroom. I was working at the Shrine Auditorium. This is when you start working for an entertainment show or whatever to, cut your teeth. You got to work all these award shows. So you're actually on the red carpet and doing a bunch of stuff for the first couple years. And you get really used to kind of being around these people and, pretending like you're invisible. It's annoying and demeaning, but at the same time, it's great pay. So anyway, I'm at the Shrine Auditorium, and I forget which award show it was, but everybody had just gone inside. The show started, and in the Shrine Auditorium there's a giant lobby, and it's a very old theater. They call it an auditorium, but it's really like an old school theater. And there's this massive lobby, and the bathrooms are, because the stairs, if you go like left and right, there's stairs that go up to the seats. The bathrooms are actually down below the lobby. So you take this staircase and go down underneath. And there's these huge lavish bathrooms. On the left is the men's underneath, and on the right is the women's. You go down, and it's huge. I ran down the steps. I finally was able to get a chance to go to the bathroom. And the place was totally empty. It was just absolutely, everybody had just gone in. The show had just started. So everybody had done all their business and gone inside. And I was like, oh, thank goodness. Like I walked in, the massive tile, like old school tile bathroom with like an island of sinks. It was pretty cool. Very kind of cinematic and whatnot, as Hollywood likes to do. And then BTM, what up, big guy? What up, BTM? All right. So, so I'm working the Shrine Auditorium. I'm go downstairs, go to the restroom. I finally got, my few minutes to go sit in a stall all by myself. I know there's nobody else in any of the other stalls. It's fantastic. So I'm doing what young people do in bathrooms in Hollywood, when there's an award show and there's celebrities around and whatnot. And then I hear, as I'm finishing up, I hear somebody coming down the steps. And I'm like, oh, someone's coming in. So I'm getting ready, I flush to kind of like let them know someone's in here. And the person comes into the bathroom and goes right into the stall right next to me. Not one of the 10 or 12 other stalls that are in there. The stall right next to mine. And I'm like, okay, I really need to wrap this up. And as I'm trying to get out, trying to exit get the door unlatched and get out of the bathroom, not the bathroom, but the stall itself, this guy starts ripping ass. Like it is just man, I think I even spit right there. Machine gun Henry into the toilet. Like it was absolutely brutal. He wasn't making a bucket of snakes. He wasn't making a grunt sculpture. Like this guy was shooting rapid fire with like heavy, like gas loaded artillery. Like it was ridiculous. And I'm going, oh my God, what in the world? And as I'm in this instant that this man is just completely voiding everything in his bowels, Yes, Andrew, you have to assert dominance in public toilets. That's the whole point. I was asserting dominance by myself, but then he came in. So I look up, and in this instant, I'm like, oh my God, I gotta wash my hands. And I look up, and there's this huge man, very bouncer-esque guy, this huge dude, just kind of standing in the doorway. He was probably 6.5 feet, something like that. Very huge dude. And just standing there kind of looking at me like as if he didn't realize that I was in there. And I was like, I tried to make noise. What's going on here? This feels super awkward. And he's just staring at me as I'm washing my hands. And this guy is finishing up, just destroying the bathroom. And I'm wiping my hands off. And out of the stall walks Eddie Murphy. And Eddie Murphy walks right up, because I'm just kind of dumbstruck, and I'm just staring at him as he walks out. And I think he then, was like, oh God, this guy just heard me rip ass. But also I think there was something in him that was very much like, look, we're dudes, and also I'm famous, so deal with it. And he just washed his hands like right next to me, right. And I was kind of like choked up, like I wanted to say something so bad. And the first thing and only thing that came out of my mouth was immediately going back to Delirious. I watched his stand-up Delirious so many times. And I just reverted immediately back to that and went, it's the fart game. You'll play someday, son. And then kind of turned around and walked away. And he did like a little nod, but I was just, it was a very nervous, again, I was pretty young in Hollywood. I was very nervous about, what had transpired in the bathroom. And I was like, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. But this was a very interesting moment. I also ran into Wesley Snipes coming in and out of a bathroom once, but that wasn't very exciting. It was just kind of an interesting, he dodged me like he dodges his taxes. Oh, hey, look out. Hey, Wesley, we love you. Okay. But anyway, folks. So yeah, that's me, Amoeba, solo savage. You just heard, and the 4 people that are watching just heard the story of Eddie Murphy's bathroom bombs in the Shrine Auditorium in probably the late 2000s. It's probably like 2008 maybe or something. Yeah, it was pretty brutal. But the fart game, because I mean, it was the first thing I thought of, because it was just, he just ripped ass. And when he walked out and I saw him, I was like, oh my God, it's Eddie Murphy. And again, the whole point is like they have you working these shows so that you're not like, oh my God. But sometimes someone walks up, and I mean, Eddie Murphy, I did his stand-up when I was in college. I did his stand-up in speech class. They were like, we need you to memorize a speech that's whatever. And I was like, well, stand-up comedy is kind of like a speech, right? Like if I just did like a 5-minute stretch of clean stand-up comedy, would that constitute like a speech? And they were like, yeah. The professor said, yeah, I guess it would, as long as it's clean. And so I did I don't even think it was 5 minutes. I think it was like 3 minutes, but like a 3-minute cut of Delirious that I had memorized because I had watched it so many times. And then I just watched it a few more times. And I was pretty into Eddie Murphy. So maybe thanks for showing up. Thanks for listening to the stories. Can we get someone to clean the walls in here? Yeah, dude, it was something. And you didn't want to, again, Shrine Auditorium, just about any time in Hollywood, like there's a lot of interesting stuff going on in the bathrooms. Like you don't really want to touch anything or put anything on anything. It's just a lot of surfaces, a lot of grossness, a lot of disgustingness. Okay. So because you're on the Salty and Savage show, we of course got to say, watch us every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Central, which means like 10 p.m. Eastern and 7 p.m. Pacific. I think I got that right. We appreciate you guys coming in. Silence Do Good. You saw the trailer up at the top of the show. You're always going to see some Silence Do Good action, but make sure to hit up the, there's a new, I don't even have the link now. I feel like a dippity dipshit, but y'all know, y'all been here before. Get the Silence Do Good stuff. You know why we're doing this show, is to promote this incredible artist and this guy's awesome story. It's brilliant. You got a little bit of Amoeba Art Storm's art right back on here. This is dope. How sick does this look? I mean, it's pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie. Hey, don't scan the QR code or anything, guys. Come on. So make sure to check out Silence Do Good. We'll probably play one of those trailers on the way out of the show. Also, let's see. We're going to get to a record of the week. We are going to get to a record of the week this week, but it's going to be just a couple minutes. Again, we're at 250 subscribers. That's huge. It's amazing because there's only like 4 people watching, but hey, at least we got this many people subscribing. Tell your friends, come, like, subscribe, do all that stuff. Thanks for coming to hang out in the chat, guys. Andrew, you're an absolute savage. New Adventures of Henry, of course. Amoeba, we love you. FTW Nile. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out. And the Pantera references are super appreciated. But Gray Cloudy Day. What was that comic? Oh, you mean this comic? Silence Dogood? Oh my goodness. This is an incredible comic that's good for you and the whole family, honestly. It's historical in nature, but fun and adventurous. It's got time travel. It's got AI. It's got people wanting to control other people. Things that aren't normally happening in real life. So it's got some incredible artwork. There's a number of people that have been involved that are doing some artwork on this. This is a like an alternate cover, an alternate piece of art done by Amoeba Artstorm, who is in the chat. She's totally awesome. She did a random drawing. Like we were like 3 shows into this crazy thing that we call a show, and she did this incredible drawing of me that I have saved on my computer somewhere. I don't have it pulled up right now, but nonetheless, she's awesome. We appreciate been a backer since day one, and Andrew Campbell's also a backer. Biggity backed. Thank you, sir. So Great Cloudy Day. That comic was Silence Dogood. Check it out. You can go back. You can link in the information below this video. There should be links to all of our comic book stuff, all of our merch, all of our everything. I can show you like something super dope, like the Salty and Savage t-shirt, which looks super cool. This logo's great. I feel like he really captured us both. Like Salty's like a little square, but like just a little out of focus. He's not really. It's slightly more than meets the eye, and I'm just kind of like ridiculous and trying to be more than necessary. So I think that it worked out pretty well. I'm getting buzzed here. What's happening? All right, we're good. Never mind. So again, thanks for checking us out. Solamente Savage tonight. Solamente Savage. Get our Salty and Savage t-shirt. And honestly, I'm going to tell you this site, this site, TeePublic, is link is going in the chat, by the way. Link is going in the chat. This site, TeePublic, they do sales like at least once, if not twice a month. So this is one of those things that like just keep this tab on your browser and give it a little refresh. Because this 23 will drop to like $17 or $16, like at least once a month. And that's when you load up on shirts. You get 2 or 3 of them because it's way more affordable that way. And they're going to charge you a couple bucks for shipping. So that's it's no biggie. But let's see what the other stuff we had is the where's the Make America 80s again. Probably one of the greatest shirts you could get. It's pretty dope. I'm a big fan. I've seen, as all of our viewers have seen one with the sleeves ripped off of it, and it makes it even doper. It's super 80s. I think that's what they should just come like that. I think we should just remove the sleeves. Yeah, because that would make the shirt even more 80s. So once again, Solo Savage, just checking in with you guys a little bit because Salty had to be out this week. We're going to come back next week hard into the paint. Hopefully we're going to do a little Val Kilmer tribute because I touched a little bit on Val Kilmer, showed a Val Kilmer trailer, his first movie, Top Secret, but there's so much to dive into. There's been a few trailers that have come out we really want to chat about, but I don't really want to get into it too much without my guy Salty. So man, I mean, there's a lot going on. So maybe next week will be kind of a a bigger show. We'll see. What else? So 250 subscribers. How dope is that? Top secret clip we checked out. Oh, what'd you have for dinner tonight, huh? Anyone else? When I go to Costco, they have got this it's in like the that middle frozen section where like the cheeses and the spinach dips are and all that stuff. They've got this chicken tikka masala that is chicken tikka masala that is so, sorry, that's super racist, but nonetheless, that's what I say whenever we have it. Chicken tikka masala. And they have naan bread, and dude, it's absolutely killer. Check that stuff out if you're into a little bit of kick in your life. Chicken tikka masala, pretty delicious. It's at Costco. This is not something we normally do. It's just when Solo Savage is here, you got to fill some time. Speaking of Solo Savage, I'm at a loss for beer. Oh yeah, we're doing. Oh, I think it's probably about time. Oh yeah, it's probably about time to do one of my favorite parts of the show. One of my favorite parts, which is of course the Salty and Savage Record of the Week. All right, so Salty and Savage Record of the Week. Again, no Salty this week, so that's unfortunate, but I'll just throw out another record because I got an entire record store of records to go through. I'll give you deets on the where you can check out info on my Plants and Record store in a bit, but for now, the record of the week. Where's my do I have a drum roll sound effect? Hold on a second. Do I maybe just... All right. Record of the week. This is the Jeff Healey Band. Maybe you're not familiar with the Jeff Healey Band. Maybe you've never heard of them. But if you've seen the movie Roadhouse, once again, if you've seen the movie Roadhouse, you know exactly who Jeff Healey is. This is the guy who is in the band at the Roadhouse, the wonderful blind musician who is unbelievably incredible and actually playing the guitar and actually singing in the film. He is super dope. He plays a slide style, steel style guitar, but not with a slide or steel guitar. It's just with a regular guitar. He just has a regular guitar on his lap, and he plays it like that. Like, look at the way his fingers, like this guy, his dexterity and the whole way that he learned how to play music and everything like that is just absolutely crazy. But this album, this is just like the music that you hear in Roadhouse, like rocky blues, while at the same time he can also come in like some ballad bluesy stuff. But this guy's guitar riffs, I mean, it's absolutely fantastic. You're going, you don't, when you're listening to this, you cannot imagine, you cannot fathom that that this man is holding the guitar or playing the guitar any different than an absolute legend like Eric Clapton or something like that. Yo, what up, Dr. Till? Welcome for stopping in. Thank you, bro. Always good to see you. It's Solo Savage for just a couple minutes. Salty couldn't make it this week, so we're gonna scratch the show this week and we're moving in next week. So I just figured I'd come in with a couple of things, including record of the week, like the Jeff Healey Band. And this is a great record. Like, you're not going to recognize really any of these songs except for Angel Eyes, maybe. And that depends on how old you are. First of all, you have to be old enough to like have been alive when Roadhouse like came out. And around that time, well, a little before that is when Angel Eyes blew up. And it's not Angel Eyes. I keep singing that song, but that's not the right one. But nonetheless, this is a great record. I listened to it front and back, and I was just thinking, damn. Like, I really wish I had more of this guy's records. I mean, this is like getting a Stevie Ray Vaughan record or something. Like, you're listening to some really incredible music. This guy is unbelievable. And aside from, you know, the slightly, like, I don't know, we'll just say like overly touchy feely like brother or something behind him. I don't know. It's just a little the 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 image of his brother. He's like a little too caring on the cover, just maybe a little too like, hey, no, we get it. I mean, you love your guy, man. Totally, like this is your guy. Which maybe we could just get a little separation for this photograph. Maybe just separate just a little bit. That's all right. So this Savage Hour, yeah, if only. So this is oh, you got to see him in person, huh? Very nice, very nice. This is a fantastic record. And aside from the like slightly awkward proximity of these gentlemen on the cover, I think it's undoubtedly an absolute masterpiece of an album and totally worth being this week's Salty and Savage record of the week. Chicken tikka masala. It's delicious. I'm telling you, it is. I probably should stop yelling it like that, though. It seems okay, like when it's in my house, though, right? Is that okay if I yell it in my house? No. Oh, I like taking Dave Matthews Band songs and singing them as if I was like an Indian man doing karaoke, like "Talk too much, too much." No, is that bad? I think that's probably pretty bad. That's probably pretty bad. I need to get you on my show. What's Doctor talking about? I need to get you on my show for informal interview sometime. Got a lot of great stories and very interesting history. Dude, I got a lot of interesting stories and interesting history, that's for sure. I would love to be on your show at some point. I would absolutely love to. I work hard to make time to do this show right now, but you're always doing stuff. You're always doing awesome stuff. And if I can sneak in there somewhere, like, let's absolutely do it. Let's connect. Hit me up. You got me on the Instagram handle here. Follow me, hit me up there. We need to get you you've been on the show enough. You should have my personal details. I don't know why we don't. I mean, you're a doctor, for God's sake. You should have my information. Isn't it on the chart? But yeah, that would be super dope. I mean, I need to, a beard off? Go on, dude. First of all, I'm never taking my beard off. Second of all, if your beard is anything like this image, then there's no way that I have a chance. However, you, sir, could have a much more attractive and healthy beard if you used Larson Bros Beard Balm. This particular scent is herbs. It's got some rosemary, some spearmint, a little lavender, and lemon. This one's delicious. I make this myself, and you can find this incredible Larson Bros Beard Balm and mustache wax. Thank you very much. Right here, link is in the chat, and I'm also going to present it to you on screen because it looks super good. Look at these incredible, beautiful photos of my beard balm. It's incredible, right? And like, I feel like it has to be like around an axe. So I always wanted to make sure that like I took the photos with axes. What's going on with the load time? So this is a nice old jersey pattern. Oh, why don't I just talk about while you guys are checking out the link to my stuff in the chat, checking out the link to this beard balm, why don't I go ahead and tell you about this beautiful jersey pattern axe? This one's actually behind me. One of the two axes leaning up against the wall behind me is actually that axe in the it's that actual axe in the photograph. It's like it's famous or something. This is a nice jersey pattern, very pitted and old, but the bit is pretty sharp for being a fairly obtuse angle, a pretty brutal angle on the sharpening edge right there. That thing is razor sharp and is absolutely brutal. Then we come down here. We got another photo with some herbs. Oh yeah, these were fresh picked from our garden in California. that got democrated, and then we had to move. Oh man. But fresh herbs, and I was actually going to start making like the fresh, herb oil from our own herbs, but that didn't work out. But here's a nice little Holzbrook Swedish forest axe. This is a lovely little 0.85 kilogram axe next to my Beard Balm there. Here's more of the Jersey pattern, I believe. Oh yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and talk about this for a while. No, but nonetheless, the beard off sounds great. But if you want to get, if you don't already have a beard product that you swear by, I didn't have one that I swore by, but I was like, I really should, I take my fucking beard shit seriously, and so I started using various beard products, and they were either way too waxy, too greasy, too oily. They were too something. I don't know. They stunk of anus or something. But so I took the ingredients. I was like, well, what are the ingredients that would normally go into like an enriching a beard, thickening and skin nourishing balm? Like, what would you need? And it's pretty damn simple. And it's just a little bit of beeswax to kind of hold it together. Some shea butter, jojoba oil, a little almond oil, argan oil, and then I add in, the other smells and scents and whatnot. But it was the consistency that was bugging me. So I literally cooked up batch after batch. And this is when I had a cabin in California. I was in like this little shack that was underneath the house. It was like a basement shop that I had. So I'd have to like move a drill press and a vise and a radial arm saw out of the way so that I could cook up this Beard Balm. And I finally got my ratio right to where at room temperature, and even when it's quite warm out, it stays, solid. It stays solid room temperature. But as soon as I press my finger into it, it'll give way and still maintain hold. But then you put it in your hand, rub it around, it greases up everything. You go like this, and then anything that's left over can easily be used to get a little ashy Larry elbow action, or because it's made to nourish the same things that nourish your skin and hair, it also conditions leather. So on things like my little sharpener here, my little sharpener tool, little diamond guy. So it's got this leather sheath that goes on it that I also use as a strop after I've sharpened a knife. I strop it back and forth on this thing, but this thing gets dry and I can't have that if I'm stropping my knife on it. It's got to have a nice, smooth, conditioned surface. So sometimes if I was in here and I'd be doing that, I would just grab this and then throw a little extra action on there. And it's actually, it was a discovery after the fact that I was like, oh my God, it's an incredible leather conditioner. I started using it on, there's a giant leather mask on this double bit axe right behind me here. It was brand new, and it was just, I couldn't even get the axe into it, and I couldn't get it closed. So I took the axe out of it. I rubbed it all up with my Beard Balm, and the next day, it was ready to roll. It had soaked it up. It was loving life, or it was loving death as a mask for my incredible short octagonal handled double bit axe back there. Tea tree oil. So tea tree oil is something that people love. I do have tea tree oil, and I'm working on a concoction that uses tea tree oil. I'm working on a different, because I have 3 scents right now. I have woods, backwoods, which is a little more woodsy, if you know what I mean, and then herbs. So those are the 3 ones that you have the option for right now. But tea tree oil, which is also great for your skin. I've used it especially for like things like acne and whatnot. It is fantastic. So I'm working on one that has some tea tree oil in it. I'm working on a coconut based one because I have a friend who has a slight like psoriasis thing, and he's found that with his flaky the nature of his skin, he found that coconut oil based things are the only things that actually kind of like maintain moisture in his skin and give him a little bit of relief. And so I'm actually working on developing a coconut oil based one, as well as kind of like an alternate. It's like a holistic version. So it's multi-purpose. Exactly, Dr. Till. It's multi-purpose, and people that my lady usually, when I start the pitch on it, my lady usually tries to stop me before I get to the fact that it's also a ridiculously good leather conditioner. And I'm not going to lie, she's pretty smart, so she probably knows what she's doing. But but the link to it again is in the chat. I don't know where it's at. Let's see. Etsy, there it is. It started in the chat. See, if you use this beard balm, you'd have to buy security to keep women off of you. Dude, you should ask Uncapped Turtle, who isn't here to defend himself. He's been using my beard balm for quite some time. I think he came around and had bought a second batch even. I'm actually supposed to send some to Salty, and maybe that's why he was unable to make it. He was just too irritated and too itchy and flaky. I just didn't get him some stuff in time. So that's my bad. But I literally made it kind of like out of necessity, and those are kind of some of the things that I think end up being the best. Was something that like I created literally just because what I wanted didn't exactly exist yet. Like maybe somebody does have a formula that's very similar to mine. I just, with all the different beard balms and all the different stuff that's out there, everyone that someone gave me for a Christmas gift or a birthday gift or whatever, or that I purchased off Amazon because I was like, well, this one seems maybe more my style. Oh, this scent sounds pretty good. It all just ended up being one thing or the other: oily, waxy, greasy, just gross. Some of them were just the scent lingered way too long, and it's one thing to have like a nice smell, but it's another thing for you to continue to smell bergamot like 4.5 hours later or whatever it is, or enriched tobacco. Some, and to each their own, but at the same time, these are really meant for nourishing your hair and your skin and your leather goods, as well as smelling pretty good for a while. It's not, nothing lasts forever. Nothing lasts forever, baby. Send some to Salty. I know. Then he'll get back here and maybe this show will be interesting. So let's see. We did record of the week. We are super upset about Val Kilmer because he literally passed away while we were recording the show last week, which is like a heartbreak to see that right afterwards and then go, oh man, we should have totally had a Val Kilmer show. We should have been talking all about it. So, or I think we'll still try, because honestly, I'm sure there will be a number of things that happen between now and then, but between now and next week, I can't imagine that we won't still want to get in on some Val Kilmer action. Also, really want to watch that Tron trailer. We're super into the whole Tron vibe. We absolutely love, that universe. The last movie was questionable, obviously, and everybody kind of has their opinion, but nonetheless, totally, we would love to sit down and watch the Tron Ares trailer together. We were talking about wanting to see Tron Ares last week. So now that the trailer's out, it came out, of course, like 2 days after our show. Maybe we just need to move when our show is. I don't know what's going on. Oh, I hear Val's last words were sub to Salty and Savage. Oh, that is a absolutely terrible joke, Dr. Till. And thank you so much for making it. We really appreciate you. Hearts. Heart emoji. But I'm going through a Jason Statham phase. So I don't have a beard at the moment, but my skin is terrible. Oh, I thought you were just talking about like you're just watching a lot of Jason Statham movies, like not Val Kilmer. Like I'm going through a Jason Statham phase. I get it. You're going through a phase. But your skin is terrible and dry. I need some. So it will. I mean, there's incredible nourishing, things for your skin. But when you're dealing with hair and the nature, like the way the wax is in there and whatnot, like it does create a little bit of hold and a little bit of stuff, but it's it would be fine if you really just wanted it for skin nourishing. It's actually because everything I use is organic and like really of high quality, because I'm not going to, put garbage on my face every day. I'm not going to put garbage on my face every day, aside from the freckles that already exist. uh, uh, I was like, I got to use high quality ingredients, and if I'm gonna do that, like, I wanted to be able to, I'm thinking of all this stuff, and then I realized I ran into somebody who had just a couple weeks prior had a tattoo, and they were still, lotioning up their tattoo. And I was like, dude, you know what? All the same things that are in whatever like terrible over the counter lotion, that probably has fragrances or whatever that you're putting on your skin, like put this on here. I'll give you some of my the scent free stuff, and that would be super moisturizing. So I probably need to, because I was doing that a little bit initially. I should probably come up with a batch of a scent free, and it would be, you could use it like on a tattoo or something, and you would not have a worry, because it's all good stuff for your skin. Maybe I'm just rambling. Maybe I'm just full of shit. That's probably what it is. Dr. Chill, it was in the Hollywood Reporter. Oh, oh my God, BTM, any gayer? It probably could have been more gay. I tell you, it would have been more gay if Salty was here. But good to have you, BTM. Pinkies up. Thanks for coming in. I'm totally surprised. It's been a while. We've see you occasionally, but Salty's not here, and you're here. I mean, talk about day oneers. I mean, BTM, we were going back and forth with this guy before like we even started the stream. This guy's fantastic. Make sure to check out sub and review BTM reviews. This guy, he's all sorts of fun. We love him. He's been on the show before, and he's had Salty on. I think, did I go on his show before? I don't recall. Maybe when I had more time back in the day. But Salty goes on the show occasionally. Salty always makes things gay. He does have that good gay voice. Like when he just kind of goes into this one, like he's got a pretty good one. It's a pretty good gay voice. Like it's almost like Nick Swartzen, like if he's playing that character, like or something. But I don't know. No, we super miss Salty right now because this show is pretty abysmal. But I really appreciate you guys being here. I'm honestly trying to hold back on some of this stuff. I feel like there's certain trailers I want to be watching. I want to talk about The Naked Gun. I'd like to watch the trailer and discuss with Salty The Naked Gun. First of all, like, okay, it's great that Liam Neeson's doing it, but do we need this? Could we have called this anything else and done basically the same thing? I don't know. I think we'll have plenty to chat about next week. Howdy, Heathens. King Yeti, welcome in, buddy. Thank you so much. Welcome in for coming to this random little savage solo sit down. Salty's not here this evening, but he's tucked in, and now I'm just gonna take over the show while everybody else is shishi night night. No, it's not really gonna be doing much more on the show. We pretty much covered everything. We are super stoked to have officially 250 subscribers. That's like a big deal for us, but also like, I don't know, it seems like it should be, it seems like, I don't know. It seems like that shouldn't be that big of a deal, but it is pretty big deal for us. We've been doing this for now about a year, and we only have, 37, 38 episodes, 37 and a half episodes, but we've been trying. And even though we took off like 9 months, according to Andrew Campbell, even though we took off forever over the holiday, a bunch of you have stuck with us, and we super appreciate that. And more people are coming in. Tell your friends, do all that stuff. What else is going on? Yeti, nice. I love that the chat knows each other. Like this is the kind of environment and community that we'd like to we like to stimulate and like to bring forth is when the chat begins to know each other, like just from the chat, like, oh hey, what's up guys? Oh hey, what's up? Oh hey, you're always on here talking shit. Oh awesome, great, good to talk to you. So what do we got? Oh, here we go. Dr. Till is releasing a video later this week. Top 10 Naked Gun moments. Going to be so much fun watching that. Oh, dude, just the moments. Oh my god, like it's a great franchise, and I think one of the top moments is is honestly in the intro, watching the spinning light going like right through the ladies' shower or whatever. Like, what an incredible sequence of events. The minds behind doing all that stuff. That was a whole era. I mean, that was an era. As I showed the trailer for Top Secret earlier, that was that whole era where spoofs and those just over the top satire movies were absolutely killing it. So one of my favorites in that same era, Amazon Women on the Moon, total satire film, but it was done very different from other films because it was like a sketch. It's like a sketch film. It's basically a series of different comedic happenings, but the through line was that it was like you were watching TV and you were changing the channels. So occasionally you would end up back on the same thing. And one of the recurring themes was the 1959 classic Amazon Women on the Moon. And every time it returned, they would be like, oh, with no further commercial interruption. And then it would immediately get interrupted by a commercial. And then they'd come back and be like, the 1949 classic Amazon Women on the Moon. And it would be different every time they come back. So I think, what is it? Arsenio Hall is in the first sketch. And this is before the Arsenio Hall show existed. So you know that they were onto something way ahead of their time. It was hysterical. But you had like the Kentucky Fried Movie was like a number of years later, but movies like Airplane and whatnot, the spoofs were just absolutely killing it. And that was like all we watched when I was younger. Hold on, what's going on? Okay. So yeah, check out Dr. Till and the Ministry of Dude. This guy's hilarious. We love having him on the show. He's hysterical. He makes great combo, and he's extremely entertaining. Definitely check him out. He's got super tech stuff too. He's like trying to teach us, how to make our show cooler, and I'm obviously not doing a very good job of it. So make sure to hit that like button, Amoeba. Thank you so much for jumping in as the de facto mod, because I'm running modless right now. I was just like, let's do it. We're just going off the rails, bro. Woo! Solo show. I'm gonna take my shirt off, show my nips, may even get them pierced. You never know. I'm gonna get you, sucker. Also in the list, Wayans Brothers film, the lead-in to, I think that was the lead-in to them getting the success of that film. The cult success of that film was the lead-in to Keenan Ivory Wayans getting In Living Color, I believe. It could be, I could have the timeline just a little off there, but I'm pretty sure that movie was hysterical. Fantastic ad right there, King Yeti. Absolutely love it. It's a total gem. That was another one of the ones that we rented from the weird random little video store in our vacation town, and we would watch. It would be like Pumpkinhead, Top Secret, Amazon Women on the Moon, Greaser's Palace. This is a random one. This is a deep cut, and a lot of people, if you actually watch this, you're not going to find it very funny because it is such a dark and odd satirical comedy. Greaser's Palace. It's actually done, directed by Mr. Robert Downey. Notice how I didn't say Jr. It's Robert Downey Jr.'s father. And the film is actually Robert Downey Jr.'s first role. I think he's like a 4-year-old boy who's like running along in the town. But it's a super weird movie. It's about like, it's a whole allegory of the return of Jesus. But Jesus is a guy who lands from a parachute in like the Old West. And he's wearing like a purple zoot suit with like the big old brim cap, and he's like walking around in like a pinstripe purple zoot suit. And you're like, what what am I watching right now? But then they play it, but then he plays it totally serious. So it's super fucking weird. There's so many things that happen in that film that are very weird. There's death and agony and a guy who's constipated and what the story is built around is this guy Greaser who owns this like large kind of casino entertainment facility in the middle of town. He kind of runs the town and he's constipated and he's got this mariachi band locked in a jail. And so he runs to the outhouse every day and he tries to take a dump. And so the mariachi band plays and they're hoping that he's going to take a dump. Da, 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 da. And then he comes out and he exits the outhouse and he shakes his head and the mariachi band, they stopped playing because he wasn't able to shit. It's so good. But nonetheless, that's that whole era. Fuck it, we'll do it live. That whole era was absolutely hysterical. And we watched so many incredible movies from it. Zucker, my dude. Jekyll and Hyde Together Again, also from that era. Jekyll and Hyde Together Again. So that's a spoof where it's a guy who he's, Dr. Jekyll so-and-so or whatever, and he's working in his chemistry laboratory like entirely too late, and he falls asleep and he accidentally knocks over like two chemical compounds together in front of him. And while he's sleeping and snoring on his chemistry table, he accidentally in his snore sucks in a straw into his nose and then accidentally sucks in some of the weird mixed powder into the straw into his nose and magically becomes Mr. Hyde. And it's just fantastic because it's not like he turns into a monster necessarily. Like his hair just gets frizzed. I think his mustache grows a little or gets twisty. He grows a coke nail. Like they go to his fingers and it's just like, just one fingernail grows. And then his shirt bursts open and he gets a bunch of chest hair. And then all of a sudden, like a gold chain with a razor on it comes out of his chest or something. So again, absolutely hysterical random films that you gotta go back and watch. It's pretty wild. Like and these films, again, like the era that they're from, like they were very experimental and they were only successful once they got to videotape. It was people watching them over and over because it's one of those things that if you just watch it once, you're like, that was fucking weird. But if your family kind of forces you to rewatch it over and over again, you realize the humor in it. And then you become part of the humor and then you become just as dumb as everyone else. Amoeba said that whole thing was hot minus the gold chain. Oh, of course. That's not the Dexter's Laboratory that I remember as a kid. You are stupid. Oh, and I forgot. You are stupid. Yeah, Dexter's Laboratory was much more my little brother's era, but I did see it. I do appreciate a Dexter's Laboratory reference. That's pretty hilarious. Forces you? Yeah, I know. When your family forces you to do stuff like watch great movies, isn't it the worst? It's just the worst. Absolutely terrible. Force you to, honestly, sometimes you don't know you're gonna. It's like when you're growing up, you didn't know you would like a particular food until your parents were like, just eat it. You're going to like it. But I don't want to eat grapes. And then you're like, wait, grapes are delicious. And you're like, yeah, you idiot. You got to try it. Like, give it a chance. It's how many movies are. Like a lot of them, I know, like I want to see it and I know I'll probably like it, but I just haven't gotten around. I just didn't get a chance to. I just didn't go do it. I just didn't make that extra step. I just didn't make the effort. But, then when someone kind of forces you to, leaves you no choice, they're like, we're going to sit down and watch this movie. And you're like, oh, okay. Like, all right, this worked. This actually turned out to be fantastic. I might watch that movie again. And then everyone's like, see, you idiot. Why you got to be so judgmental? Just be open to things. Just be more open to things. So thank you guys so much for coming and checking out this Solamente Savage show. It's been an hour and I think I probably should shut it down. I really don't have a whole lot for you guys. I do appreciate you sitting through my Eddie Murphy story. I think I may have told that story before. I don't know. It's a classic story and I feel like it's one that I've told everybody or something at some point. So I appreciate you sitting through that. Record of the week, Jeff Healey Band. Oh my God, so good. Check this guy out. Give an Angel Eyes Jeff Healey Band. Give that a little check on YouTube. Also, don't forget to, oh, excuse me. Holy cow. Don't forget to check out Salty and Savage Show t-shirts, the merch. It's located in the chat right now. Salty and Savage Show shirts. I mean, they're super dope. You should have a lot of them. Also, don't forget Larson Bros Beard Balm is available. The link is already in the chat. You can check it out. But we have, like I said, we have woods, backwoods, herbs, and mustache wax. The mustache wax is woods. It's going to be in the much smaller little container. It's a little thicker, just a little heavier on the wax, man. It's just a little more wax in there for more hold, but it smells nice and woodsy. I think guys like it, and girls surprisingly like it a lot as well. So I'm getting Tedeschi Brothers. Who are you talking about? Thank you so much, Amoeba. Really appreciate you jumping in. You're freaking stellar as always. Love your face, love your show. Everybody, thanks for stopping by. And of course, do not forget to check out the Silence Do Good, which is really the flagship of this show. This comic book is the flagship of this show. Silence Do Good. The art's incredible. I think there's like a foil book out. There's all sorts of stuff going on now. I think we have a where is it? I think we might have a new video for it or something. We'll see what happens as I where is it at? Okay, hold on. Maybe I can show this to you guys. Check this out. Dude, that's a preview of the foil, I believe, but that's a little synthwave action for you. But that's probably going to be it for the show. But thank you guys for coming in and checking me out. Solo Savage, just hanging out. I was, there was more that I wanted to bring to you guys, but also at the same time, you got to understand, kind of want to do it with my partner. Like, he's so good at. Salty's fantastic at bouncing stuff off of and getting him riled up. God, I love doing that. We love getting Salty all salty. It feels a little good sometimes. But thank you guys. We will be back next Tuesday at the standard bat time on the standard bat channel. So it's 10 Eastern, 9 Central, 7 Pacific, and nobody cares about the Mountain Time Zone. If you're there, I'm sorry. It's probably very cold right now. And it's difficult to breathe, but you'll be all right. You'll be all right. Thank you guys once again. I'm about to finish off this brewski. Really appreciate you guys being here. Check out, we'll leave you with a little bit of Silence Do Good. Thank you much.
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal. You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.